coffee for this one. Should we do our video? Sharp when I pull another manga in front of your face. That's going over 2K right now. He's like, oh shit, can I be a guest again?
got space on my laptop.
I highly doubt that they can hear us because the music is bumping. Alrighty. So, chat, I forgot to mute the mics. Can hear a bit over the music. Yeah, appreciate that neutral streak. Yeah, that's on me. I didn't mute the mics because I was too busy grinding my dailies on my gotcha game. So
Sorry.
So I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna play this, and as we're getting ready and whatnot, slowly allow people to get in, and all of a sudden, I'm playing Goddess of Victory Nikkei, and I'm trying to finish up my dailies and whatnot, and then I look over to the board, I'm just like, oh, I did not mute our mics.
Ready?
Yes, dailies are over the podcast.
That is crazy. Oh my
I
god.
cannot wait for Strike 2.0. I can't play Jam. Oh, we're gonna get into that. But without further ado, good evening, everyone. What is going on? Episode 178 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. You already know who I am. Silverback Senpai across the table. None other than co-host Waluigi.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm hearing this right now. Dailies over the podcast when we have a weekly episode tonight for you guys. Glad to be back at it again. Shouts out to our latest guest. God, that was so funny. Anyways, we got this guy over here.
Butter Punch.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I'm losing my shit. That was
Just
way
hanging
too
around, mashing buttons. I'm looking at the new Blue Mary skins and character models.
funny.
She
Imagine
just released on Fatal Fury today.
Imagine just mentally gooning before the podcast, but that's not important.
No bunny mind control. What can I say?
Dr. Mar's not a real doctor, but yeah, shouts out to Cosplay Kenny. I lost my train of thought just because of all the laughter going on, but so yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
Well,
and
it doesn't look like much topics, but there's a lot in each topic.
yeah,
They're extra thick.
yeah.
What?
What? Yeah, there's a lot of content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is how we start a podcast, y'all.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with first one right now, as y'all already see on the title, and that is that, hey, come next month, Guilty Gear 2.0 commences. So what you guys are seeing is, the Blazing Pass, which is coming in May. New character colors, wanted posters, digital figure items, accessory and outfits, battle UI skins, badges, short stories. The Blazing Pass is a system that progresses as you play, allowing you to earn a variety of rewards. Season pass. Next month we are getting Jam.
Mm-hmm.
And then in summer we're gonna get RoboKai.
Why
and
the hell you had the Virgil look going on?
I don't know.
It's so aggressive for such a funny character.
And then we have like 2 mystery characters,
So-
which
Probably original characters, most likely.
either original characters or a potential guest characters. 'Cause remember, we got Lucy from Cyberpunk. So if I were to be Arxis and I want to, throw a huge curveball, and this is just me speculating.
If you say 2B, so help me.
I mean, yeah, I would love that.
I'm sorry, I know my co-host so well.
Listen, if 2B is in Guilty Gear Strive, I'm playing Strive.
No, you're not.
Yo, I never thought I'd hear this man say that. In
I'm
my
playing
life.
Strive. If
That-
2B,
that is a
if
sentence.
2B is in if 2B is in Guilty Gear Strive, I am playing Guilty Gear Strive. I don't care what everyone says about the game. If 2B is there, I'm there. But back to the point,
What would you say for an outer
It-
curve?
to throw a real curve, I would say a really good guest character you could throw into this that'll get people talking. Ragnar the Blood Edge from Blaze Blue.
Okay,
Yeah, Blaze Blue, baby.
it is Arxis, so that does make sense.
He'd
course.
be like a mini soul, but
What would be a bigger curveball? Dave the Diver.
Dave,
But that's just jokes. That's just jokes.
drop kick him, chat.
Because Ragnar the Blood Edge would fit very well with Guilty Gear Strive, if
They-
you really think about it.
They did make Lucy fit super well in this. Like, they made it technically canonical, but this happens.
Yeah.
Man, she must have been tripping.
And then I know Under Night, since we're talking about Guilty Gear Strive,
Friendship.
Under Night is also getting new content as well.
Oh,
What if
yeah.
they put Ragnar the Blood Edge in Under Night?
That would not make sense, would it? I
We've
don't know.
had like 5 characters modded in. But you saw Ryu in Under Night, bro. We can do anything.
Fuck you, right? You're right.
And then with Grand Blue, I'm pretty sure they're working on, year 3. They could throw him in Grand Blue as well.
Yeah. He's a
Because
very good fighter.
we're not getting a brand new Blaze Blue fighting game.
So you might
Might
as
as well.
Throw a character from Blaze Blue.
Exactly.
Oh, Noelle, bro. If they put Noelle, another girl with 2 guns, it's over, chat. I would get so lit.
Yeah, Strive is in a very good spot, especially with the trailer that happened last week or after the Arxis event alone on Sunday. What was it? Arc Revo Tour?
Yeah, the world tour. You had basically the top 8 finalists from the tour of Guilty Gear, Under Night 2, and Grand Blue. And then they announced Guilty Gear's having their tour, and then Marvel Tokon is having a tour. Under Night will not be having a tour.
Damn.
And then Grand Blue will no longer be part of Arc Revo Tour, but they'll have their own tour with Psy Games, the same people who makes the Uma Musume mobile
Oh,
games.
I can't wait to see competitive Uma Musume Pretty Girl Derby.
Oh, I'm in there, chat. I haven't played the game. But
No, you're not.
the anime is
Anyway.
lit.
Anyways, I want to show y'all the trailer.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be in a
For
jam.
those that didn't see it.
Yeah, you gotta know ball. Are we not
Like,
supposed to hear it?
I mean,
That's okay.
maybe
I'll
copyrights. They don't pay us enough to ask these questions.
2.0 update, major battle changes.
They made it in such good coloring, but then you see new moves, like that bullshit.
No, they stopped the stagger off a gunshot, bro.
And then there's-
my life is over. I
But
can't play
counter
half the
blitz
game.
is a very unique mechanic. It's like the universal get off me now.
I don't know, but it only works on counter hit or normal hit. We don't have
Or forces
wild
counter.
assault anymore.
Or forces counter.
Look. So you throw the ghost ball and he blocked it.
But
He doesn't have curse
no,
on.
no, no, no. Just finish that video. There's more bullshit.
Yeah, but look, he didn't get
Yeah, that's
stunned.
Yeah, I know.
blocked.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
There's no stagger.
I'm just a hater.
Yeah, I'm retired, bro. It's over.
But
I can't
counter
play
blitz
Happy
is a
Chaos
unique
anymore.
mechanic that's a quick. But that bullshit.
Yeah,
He
when I
needs
saw
that,
that, I was
apparently.
just like, what
They
kind of...
gave Leo a feint.
Like,
Well,
I was like, sir, what
you know,
is
I'm gonna bet
this?
$20 that there's gonna be like 5 or 6 people labbing this, where they're just gonna try to find a 6P or DP punish to it,
Yeah.
unless the hitbox is so good.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna
Oh,
six.
that was same side? No,
Same
you
side.
got that, bro.
I'm gonna 6P the hell out of it, Leo.
No, you got that, bro. Yeah.
Then Nago Vat, what? The blue eye animation was clean though. I will say that.
I'm sorry. Did Kai just like bounce somebody off of a fireball? My
Yes.
bad.
I'm sorry. This is like a good breakdown of certain things we see as fighting game players.
Yeah.
As both Butters and I have played this game and hated it at the same time.
Oh, he like Thanos snapped that shit or something to make it bounce.
Oh my god, he got white man normals. This is worse.
Oh, so
It's-
pretty sure if they get hit,
it's
it's
a,
a counter.
if it's a regular hit, stun is engaged, but if it's a counter, it launches.
Soul's got some new fancy shit.
So, did he just have DP into a launch? That looked like Luke's.
That looked like an extension, yeah.
Okay, the Haunted colors look clean.
Oh yeah, that was definitely like a reference to the color that Eno
Like-
gets in the story mode.
Or it's like Exert on how they have so many different colors, but accessories are interesting.
No, I love the accessories idea. It makes
And then the
Guilty Gear
outfits-
prettier.
Okay, the UI definitely does need to change
Thank God, because everybody hated it.
because it's so outdated.
Yeah, short stories are so lit. I love content.
Yeah, like genuine interaction. And then you got the Chinese lady.
Oh, dude, I can tell.
Okay,
you
that
there's
artwork
at
looks
least
cleaner.
3 people who are excited for Jam.
3 people.
Yeah,
Oh, 10 is actually on this right now.
10 is on it.
Oh yeah, 10's watching on YouTube.
IPP,
I know them.
Sidewinder. Oh yeah, this could be Sidewinder Loop.
Yeah,
That'd be lit.
that's horrifying.
Listen, I was playing Plus R the other day, and I was like, "Yo, this is kind of lit." Sidewinder loops are lit.
But yeah, these moves look dope. And I like the glowing eyes that Nago has, and I think Eno has it in the haunted skin.
Kai's a lot scarier throwing fireballs now.
Oh, Wielder's gonna have fun again.
I'm sorry, that was a lot of damage for a DP follow up.
That's gonna make me hate myself and everybody else. I'm gonna burst on sight. If I get DP'd, I'm bursting.
crazy. But yeah, no.
Because DP's, like I think I remember, DP can't get canceled with Roman cancel, but I could be wrong.
I can't remember if they can remove that. It's been so long since I like actively like learned and played the game.
I don't know. I've been going outside for some time.
No, yeah,
Side questing,
yeah.
not important.
I play other fighting games. I always play a new fighting game and then try it out for a little while. So
I just don't lab and strive, play for a while, and hide.
Yeah, so new updates coming for Strive. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see all the new stuff everyone comes up with, all the gameplay clips, and then of course the locals as well. So I'm
Oh, yeah.
definitely excited for that.
oh yeah, I think there's gonna be a big resurgence when 2.0 comes out.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we've all seen the discourse online when they announced that, hey, we are removing Wild Assault.
I think everybody and their mother screamed.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, like everyone in the FGC like rejoiced, especially those that played Strife. Like, finally they got rid of Wild Assault. They got something new, but they finally listened to the community and be like, hey, they removed a feature that people have been complaining about. And then you look at Street Fighter and Tekken guys be like, man, I wish we could have gotten blessed like this.
No, for real, for real. What a timeline we live in.
I love Neutral Stick. He's like saved about 2 original characters. They need to bring Zappa back.
Zap.
And then, okay, yeah, there's no more DP Roman cancel. Thank you.
No more DP Roman cancel.
New-
Yay! So on hit or off.
Wait, there's a new Grand Blue mechanic?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be surprised if they gave Wild Assault to Grand Blue.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So,
I
yo,
would not be surprised.
I'm gonna borrow that from you, G.
What would it be called? Grand Assault at this point?
Grand Assault.
Because they had it in vanilla Grand Blue where you can dash forward, but it costs you like 50% of
50%.
your meter. Yeah.
Okay.
So if they bring that back, I'm okay. But what's going to be taken away? That's my thing. Are you going to take something away, or are you just going to add that feature in as well? Because I would say that feature was really good in vanilla Grand Blue to, rush in. And then, of course, if you know they're about to do like some wake up super or wake up DP or whatnot, you can use that meter to backdash really quick, which makes it safe for you. So
Man.
if they do that for Grand Blue, I'll be happy because that'll make things a lot more interesting. But again, it also comes down to what are you going to substitute in the process? Because with what we saw with Guilty Gear, they got rid of a game mechanic that people did not like, and now they're introducing something completely new. So I'm interested in seeing what the feedback from a lot of people are when they finally get their hands on this on April 9th. And that's going to be exciting because Guilty Gear Strive at Flynn's is going to be on April 10th.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna
Oh
go
my
crazy.
god, I'm gonna hate everybody.
Listen,
Oh my god, I love in our comments, Inshallah 66L on block.
Bro, if I am hoping that they okay, when it comes to 6XL, for those that don't know what 6XL is, that's the dash attack in Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. That move, that dash attacks, depending on whatever character you use or any character, It's plus on block. It's plus on hit. It's plus on when you like side dash, not side dash, but you just like sidestep.
You walk. You
Oh,
do
like,
like
spot dodge.
Yeah, when you spot dodge, thank you. Like,
weave.
and even if you were to like dodge forward, you have to really, really be on point, because otherwise, if you don't switch sides and you just dodge forward, you're still gonna get hit regardless. So 6XL has been a problem with Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising from day one. And many players want it to be nerfed to the point where even if it's on block, make it negative on block. And if the person were to spot dodge, I was about to draw a blank. And if the person were to spot dodge, make that negative. That way there's at least some level of balance to where this thing is not overly oppressive. I'm just saying, just make 6XL negative on block and negative on spot dodge. And that's it. And we're good. I can understand if it's positive on hit. Yeah, let it stay on hit. Okay, cool. But let it be negative on block and of course negative when you spot dodge. That's all I ask.
We'll have to see, bro. This is the first time in a long time people got what they wanted in a fighting game, and Guilty Gear got to say they're doing it. There's a distinct thing I'm saying, and it's that they said they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I've been through the rodeo too many times where they say they're going to do a thing.
Oh yeah.
And they don't do it. So I'm just waiting till April 9th to see what they do. I'm hopeful, because so far everybody's really happy about it. But so was everybody about Tekken when they said back to basics. So take it with a grain of salt. But Jam's looking fucking fine as fuck. Can we talk about Jam's design here?
Look what. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Dude, I love it.
You're being real. Based.
Listen, all right. So I'm a segue here, chat. In the previous iteration in Xrd, Rev 2 and stuff like that, when she was attacking, you would see her undergarments when she's attacking.
Oh yeah, you're bringing that up.
They don't do it here, and I think that's so great because, like, listen, I'm a gooner, so like I'll be about that shit either way, right? But somebody had to design it where every single attack covers it, and like the clothing covers it in that way. Like it's kind of like Mitsuri Kenroji from Demon Slayer. She got some shorts on, but the artists make it where like you don't get to see nothing, but her movements are so fucking lit. Jam's got the movement here. I'm excited for it. Gunners are happy. I am.
I love you, Butters. You're based.
Listen.
But the fact is, like, if you have a problem with this, you might be the problem potentially. That's all I may have to say.
Oh yeah, play that trailer, bro. That shit's lit.
Yeah, just don't hash.
She's got a little bunny. That's cute. I don't know if she had a bunny before. Did she have that in Xrd and Rev 2?
I think so.
Who played Rev 2 in this?
I don't know.
Here?
I didn't even know fighting
Not
games.
me.
I didn't
Not
play.
you? All right,
I didn't
yeah.
play fighting games back then.
No, yeah, I was Unk, bro. I was a fetus.
Her
I'm not
design
Unk.
looks good.
Look at that, they're making.
Oh, what? I gotta see the interaction between her and Gio. Well, that dash
I'm
is
sorry, yo, that's your character, bro.
me.
Yeah, bro. She just said "fuck you" in neutral and ran up and did shit. Oh, she's
It's a
got
counter.
parry?
Oh,
Like biking.
Oh yeah.
you know, you might be onto something.
Look at her, bro.
Wait, she can combo off of her throat.
She needs it.
Oh yeah, Aisha.
Yo, she's literally cooking.
High key.
I see that dust right there. In the old games, you would see it. Here, they did some finesse.
Nah, that shit came straight from Arxis into China into on the wall. The stage looks dope though. I will say that.
Oh yeah. Look at them. She's so cute. I love it.
Pico.
Yo, Pico. What's up, man? Good
What's up,
to see you.
Pico? Yeah, I just want to, see
Okay,
it
so
again.
I'm considering Jam now. But yeah, she went boom like that.
Wait, I want to know,
That's
is
a-
her counters different?
I wonder if she has a parry.
Yeah, she has a counter, which I guess is the parry.
But it looks like there's a buff.
I don't know if she does, but
Because it looks like that Liu Kang
Beat-
stance. Whew.
okay. So it looks like she can
It's like a
parry, it,
parry and knockback.
and she gets like a little like 2-inch punch or whatever.
So I'm guessing that's a heavy slash and then a light slash kick. Even though I had like some beer and oysters earlier, I'm getting hungry looking at this.
Ain't no way. Pico's thinking about giving Strive a shot, bro. Another shot.
Listen, if Tekken is back to the basics, anything could happen.
It's so no. Let me tell
But
you.
yeah, that was
guys.
a sensor shot that you were talking about.
Yeah, I love it. It's cute. I love it. Got to give something to the imagination, man. You know, it's not the same when it shows it completely. It's not the same. But no, to segue to the conversation point I wanted to bring up. Yeah, I've had like other Tekken players come to me and they're like, "Hey, I want to play Under Night for a little bit." So yeah, like Pico from Tekken saying he wants to give Strive a shot. It's like there's people who are spending a little bit of season 3 experimenting, and I kind of like that people are experimenting on their fighting games, trying different things.
Giving it another shot.
Yeah, I think it's great, and you can't go wrong doing that because I think it'll make you a more well-rounded individual in fighting games, and that's me coming from my experience and trying a bunch of the other fighting games. Maybe a little.
Wait.
Yeah, it looks like she just went. Oh, okay. There's recovery.
That was
Okay.
like off a block, bro. She was like, "I got a special." Who you looking?
I'm just like, bro, like she hit him that. She wasn't even
Oh.
up close.
It was a counter. Like he threw, Axel threw again. She went boom.
Okay.
It's an Axel can zone.
8 trigrams, 4 palms.
Oh, she could bait wake up throws with that
Oh,
move.
my
Oh yeah,
God.
she's got some fuck.
Okay, so this is a meat
Yeah.
character, is what you're telling me.
Bro, you just slobber on the controller, bro. I swear to you.
Yeah, that when she does that,
Slobber. You'll cook, bro. This looks like such a funny character. You'll play the game, and I won't be there to play it, so it'd be funny to watch.
I hate you so much that you're making me do.
Look, she just flew into the sky while
That's not my problem.
Testament did a low.
Butters, that's not my problem. That's.
Look at that. That shit's hilarious.
I want you to listen. It's not my problem. It's everybody else's
It's
problem.
everybody else's problem.
wait, when Wally you said she could counter off, she could still hit off the throat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a command grab or
I
that's
think
a
that
throw.
was like a regular ass throw.
Okay.
I didn't see like
There's so many
frame.
possibilities.
she could literally cook. I hope this is like either the intro or the ending. If it's the ending, imagine literally getting cooked and then getting cooked.
I'm going outside after this.
Okay, so that kick that she does, I see like the different properties. Like you have one where it's blue, so I'm guessing one water, one fire.
Or like a light and heavy.
Yeah. I've been told that in previous iterations she had stocks. Basically, I think she got like little cards, and if she got more cards, she got stronger as the match went on.
Oh my god. So you're telling me I can do a knockdown into a stance, knockdown into stance. I'm going to do a back throw into a stance. I'm going to be doing tricks on it.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, yo, what?
Pause.
Chat.
But still.
Gotta calm down.
Nah,
for-
I love aggression. I love aggro characters that give me no people to think. No like mercy. Wow, I can't even say words. The coffee's kicking in, chat.
He's excited.
I'm hyped. I didn't know belligerence could be made into a Chinese woman.
Belligerence can be made into a Chinese woman.
Y'all read the
Crazy.
chat.
Yes.
Y'all read the chat? Nah, I don't ever read the chat.
No, Steak is like coming back. Neutral Steak is like coming back to strike.
Neutral, bro.
So the buff you saw was a red and blue. Is probably her card stock system. This is not even a low. That was a fire. Oh. So Jam in the previous games had move stock system. Essentially, she had the move that would store cards for her special moves. Once she stored a card, the next time she performed a corresponding. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, it would be enhanced.
There you go.
Interesting.
See, my bad. I wasn't reading the chat. I'll be on.
Nah, we're
honest.
guessing.
You know,
We didn't
He
wa-
was talking a little too fast. So I'm not used to such an active conversation. You know, I was like, ooh,
No, the caffeine's kicking. That's
the
what's
caffeine.
happening.
We're just seeing shit.
Yeah,
Moo.
I took a fat nap.
Hey, Neutral Streak.
Woke up, have coffee.
Yeah, welcome to the YouTube chat where mostly everyone's at.
Welcome to-
Appreciate you coming on.
Welcome to the non-commercialized section that's over-commercialed.
Yes.
I'm sorry, was that too real?
Nah. But no, yeah. So I'm super excited for her. It's crazy because like in 2 weeks we'll get a new Guilty Gear experience.
Yeah.
And this is a big one. Like, this is like I guess the equivalent of people saying, "Oh yeah, we're doing from Rev to Rev 2 or Sign to Rev." Like, we're getting a whole new experience.
Which
So
is
I'm
good.
excited.
You know what I'm more worried about? RoboKai. That's gonna be some weird shit.
I don't know, but
The
he'll be
Steam
fucking cool.
mechanic is gonna disturb some people's peace, but it's gonna be entertaining.
Dude, he's gonna like spend like 4 supers in like one combo and then burn out and be like, and then like you'll get counter hit while recovering.
Just like me after the coffee. Anyways, y'all ready for the next subject?
Yes, I'm ready for the next one, and this one is going to be about Pokemon Champions.
The reveals first VGC events using Pokemon Champions ahead of World 2026.
Yeah, that's a baddie.
I mean, that's just a commercial, but okay.
Hold on, Tanara-kun asks, "Are y'all gonna talk about Marvel's Tokon news?" No,
Not yet.
Nah.
I mean, there's really nothing much interesting other than a new character.
Yeah, we kind of just yapped a little bit saying that there's a world tour for it, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I'm sure when we have like more solid like articles or more solid pieces, we'll just be like, hey, or if you send something, just DM it. We'll gladly put it up.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but besides all that, Pokemon Champions being revealed. Pokemon reveals first VGC event using Pokemon Champions ahead of Worlds 2026. So, I do want to talk about Pokemon Champions first and foremost.
It's underplay Pokemon too, so it's much more serious.
Is that like a IP?
Specifically for TCG and such, or like gaming competitions.
Ooh, okay.
So, Pokemon Champions release date revealed. Pokemon Company has announced that Pokemon Champions will release on April 8th, 2026 for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. So,
Oh wow.
I'm actually interested in this because finally, after decades, we finally have a proper sequel to Pokemon Stadium 2. Those of us who have grown up playing on the N64 with Pokemon Stadium 1 and Pokemon Stadium 2, we've always wanted the next gen game. Now, we all thought it would be Coliseum, but Coliseum went a completely different route. They pretty much
Shadow Coliseum, right? Or
Gale of Darkness.
Gale of Darkness. Thank you. Wow, I'm getting unchecked.
Bro.
Yeah, so they went a completely different route, and they didn't bring back the experience that those of us who grew up playing Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, myself included. So after the Wii U, and
Like,
now the Switch,
At least a solid decade of like Nintendo systems.
yeah, we have not gotten a actual sequel with Pokemon Stadium 2, like a proper one. And now with Pokemon Champions being revealed, this is the proper one. And we finally get a Pokemon Stadium like game to where now you can battle against other people online. There's also a ranked mode online. And if you already have your Pokemon team, you can also play online with your Pokemon team.
Damn.
From previous games. You would just have to bring them in through Pokemon Home, and then from Pokemon Home, you attach it to Pokemon Champions. You just pretty much just log the account from whatever game you were playing your Pokemon, whether it's Pokemon Legends Arceus, Sapphire. What was the other one?
Which ones? Like the older gens or
the newer gens? The
Sword
ones
and
that was-
Shield.
Sword and Shield. Yeah.
Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet. Okay. Like those Pokemon that you've earned in those games, you can now have them in Pokemon Champions.
Holy mackerel.
Okay.
That's a game changer for most people.
I think that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that changes a lot of a meta and such. Like, it's a jungle meta at this point, meaning
Yeah.
you're not sure what people's teams have been cooking up with secretly behind the scenes, or for those people that played Pokemon very competitively in the DS days or the actual championships.
Yeah. Tenarku in the chat says you can also rent and buy Pokemon with in-game currency. Yes,
Sheesh.
you can also do that as well.
Oh man, I missed those type of things.
You can have casual battles. You can have private battles. You can have 1v1 battles, 2v2 battles. So
That's super unique.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to be a Pokemon fan. And for those that have been wanting to have their Pokemon experience, like a stadium-like experience to where you don't want to just go out there and go through the entire RPG adventure, catching Pokemon, training them and whatnot. You just want them, battle, and call it a day. This is where you can come here to Pokemon Champions, pretty much.
Yeah, that's very solid.
I think it's an exciting experience. Have we gotten any gameplay footage of it, or is it just an announcement?
I think
I can get a trailer.
Okay. Bet.
the only gimmick is they'll have at launch is Megas. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mega Evolutions are kind of a real thing. I keep forgetting.
I'm pretty sure the ranked game mode is gonna have some rules and some restrictions.
Oh yeah, you know I forgot to mention Pokemon Z through A.
Yeah, that new generation.
Because some of the newer gen Mega Evolutions are slightly broken.
They're busted in a fighting game? Yeah, it sounds like a normal Tuesday.
Shit, you got me there.
A Pokemon fighting game?
Oh yeah, the first time since. Oh yeah, that's true. There's gonna be multiple options,
Yo,
especially when it comes to the crown mechanic.
that's cute. So they saw Digimon and lost all their Pokemon fans to Digimon, and they were like, "All right, guess we'll try like putting animations on our shit."
People are just tired of spending money on a TCG at this point, so they need to get into an actual game where you see animation.
Say Silver. They were like, "Yeah, I guess we'll lock in and make them look cool." Digimon's taking our money.
Preparing your Pokemon.
You can, through either Pokemon Home or you can recruit them. So Pokemon Home, if you have all the previous games, Scarlet and Violet,
Z through A.
Z through A, Legends Arceus,
That's crazy. Even Pokemon Go?
even Pokemon Go,
Sheesh, I got my Pokemon Go set.
Yo, I gotta pull out my Pokemon Go.
you can connect to Pokemon Home.
I knew those
the
steps paid
champion.
off.
And if you want to recruit, then yeah, you can just go there.
Yeah, let me catch a side duck in the bushes. See me.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool. The trial periods are actually pretty dope.
Meaning you don't keep them for a long period of time. You're just pretty much just renting them.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be quite a few formats.
But with the in-game currency, you can have them permanently.
Which is dope. Ooh, Rhyperion. This guy's based. Yeah, my Pokemon Go teams are a little bit broken.
I like this part because it's so interesting because you, like when you're playing ranked battles, whether it's double or single, you and your opponent can look at each other's Pokemon and be like, all right, I got to counter pick you.
Yo.
It's like your choice locked in. All right, let me find a counter to that.
Exactly.
There's no counter. Good luck.
Because for me, I want the element of surprise to where it's like, I don't know what you're going to pick, but you don't know what I'm going to pick. So we're just going to have to duke it out to see, like, who gets who. But with this, it's just like, damn, now I got to figure out who you're going to use. And
Hold the mix.
makes things a lot interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be super toxic, too.
I kind of like that.
I got to see, like, actual stream games of this.
Oh, they'll definitely be
Like, seeing this competitively at a local will be funny. Not like an FGC local.
I don't know if there is offline battles.
That would
or
be...
an offline mode.
Or like a LAN section.
Yeah.
Because if your requirement's just for getting a Switch 2, that should be easy.
Man, these freaking land center type beats.
Yo.
Listen, that's an opportunity. Open team sheets is preferred, but we think competition's going to be still... Yeah, that's agreeable. But the Omni Ring. Sheesh.
God, 3 Pokemon?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's just the light of God.
Yo, they just got freaking cooked.
Single battles for you single people.
Got them.
Ooh, Aggron. Doubles for those duos.
Oh, you have more than one battle mode. Okay.
Ranked, casual,
casuals.
private, online, and battle data.
Yo.
Battle data, I guess. is-
Locals? Online tournaments? Yo, they got a private lobby chat.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully there's spectator mode.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to watch outside so we can get smoked.
Maybe they'll show it here. Make a room. Enter an ID.
Unless,
Oh, they didn't show much on that. Okay.
unless you're going to do like a
There will
split.
be online competitions.
VP.
Victory points.
I sounded so excited for no reason. But I guess that's how you get your Pokemon and such.
Yeah.
Or train.
Yeah,
Make
because
us
let's
all
just say if
search
you don't
Facebook.
have any of the previous Pokemon games, then you can use your VP to train your Pokemon, get them leveled up.
Oh, you can
adjust.
you can switch your alignments. That's
adju-
crazy. Sorry.
adjust their stats, get new attacks or remove attacks, things like that.
That is cold.
As you should, you know.
Because
Make your Pokemon all attack and then 0 defense, and just hit first.
you got to be the fastest Pokemon with the utmost confidence. Obviously, dragons are weak against Dragon Effect. Sorry, I played Pokemon.
Your HP and defense is up.
Listen, I'm getting a Shuckle out and hoping.
Yo, that did nothing.
Nada.
That was hilarious.
Ooh, a low and Raichu.
These builds are about to be hilarious.
Oh, they're gonna be dumb.
I'm excited.
Same.
I'll be watching from the sides,
Me too.
but it's a dope ass game. I ain't gonna lie.
Nintendo Switch 2 is a little rich for my blood still, unless I find a used
You
one.
can still use it on. You can still play this on the actual Nintendo Switch. The first.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna get my Switch back. It's been a while.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's available on Switch 1 and Switch 2. So
You know, that makes it fair for everybody.
yeah,
When does this come out?
next month, April
Oh, wow,
8th.
that's quick.
Yeah.
Dude,
And you
April's
get
a
to
big
pay
month.
for fits?
Guilty Gear,
Oh my god.
Pokemon.
I like how these outfits are just all over the place. I'm like, you know how much VP points I spent? You broke ass.
To get a lot of VP points, you're gonna have to be grinding this game a lot.
Well, we're gonna see another FGC retirement home, is what I'm hearing.
Literally.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 14, move out of the way. You got Pokemon.
real.
That you can just spend it on the game and own subscriptions. You're fine. You can tell my hate for any type of Final Fantasy.
Hating on.
Oh,
people.
releases
Chat.
on mobile too.
Oh, and it's gonna be on mobile. Oh.
Sheesh.
No,
Oh,
that's
it's a
over
free to
chat.
start game. It's a free to start game. Oh, this is real. I might be on this.
Y'all got that. I'm gonna stay right here.
Like the shirt's off. I'm locked in. I'm
Y'all
locked in.
got that.
Alrighty.
But nonetheless, as I said, I'm happy for Pokemon fans
Me
because
too.
hey, we finally get a Pokemon Stadium-like game. Finally, after so many years, and this is gonna be great for those gaming on the go. Well, then again, if you have, you know, if you're constantly connected on the internet.
We got scared the stuffing out of.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, I heard a door and I was like,
we're too
Bro.
we're too handsome. We had
you
to close
don't
the door.
knock. What if I had my dick in my hand?
Founders, we're on a podcast.
Oh my bad.
I mean, you still say it anyways, but so yeah, so they're gonna have a regionals in Indianapolis. It's crazy. Already.
Oh yeah. As I said, good time to be a Pokemon fan. So, hey, Pokemon Champions. I have a strong feeling it's gonna sell like hotcakes when it comes out.
Well, it's a free to start game. That's the bright side. I think in-game currency or whatever battle pass or whatever shenanigans that'll potentially release will have its effect.
They just know that people are gonna.
I can't wait for
spend
some people to
money.
work hard as fuck just to get an emulator, just so they can get their Pokemon, just to transfer. I smell rigmarole, but it's gonna be impressive.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next thing we're talking about then?
Next topic. Xbox Game Pass might add lower price tiers, it's claimed.
Mites.
Lower
Tired of them
price
saying
tiers.
if, possibly.
Might is the keyword.
Yeah.
Might
Want me to go ahead and read?
I got this one.
Cool.
bars.
According to a new report, the new Microsoft Gaming CEO may be looking for ways to reduce Xbox Game Pass prices. And before I continue on with that, just lower the price if that's the case. Just slash the price, slash $10. There you go. Problem solved. You ain't got to do much. Just cut $10. That's it.
Yeah.
But continuing. After the Game Pass price increase, with Ultimate's price rising by 50% in October 2025, reports about a lower price tier seem like very good news. However, we have yet to receive official confirmation of these seemingly cost-effective tiers, as it all appears to be in the planning stage currently. Xbox Game Pass and consoles to become more enticing. According to a new report by The Information, Microsoft is considering introducing lower price tiers for Xbox Game Pass. Asha Sharma, the newly appointed CEO, aims to make future consoles and products like Game Pass more enticing to a wider audience. To achieve this, Sharma may potentially offer lower price tiers, although specific methods for reducing the prices have not been disclosed. A report earlier this year stated that Xbox Cloud Gaming will receive an ad-based tier in 2026, and Microsoft could pull something off similar with a Game Pass tier as well to achieve this price decrease. For cloud gaming, players will be able to stream Xbox games they purchase digitally, but will not have access to Game Pass titles. Additionally, it comes as a separate tier and removes the requirement of having purchased at least one tier of Game Pass to access cloud gaming titles.
What?
In other additional news, many new additions have been announced for the Xbox Game Pass for March 2026. Wave 2, including Disco Elysium and Resident Evil 7. The quality of cloud streaming for Game Pass Ultimate was improved last year. What are your thoughts on Xbox Game Pass reportedly receiving lower price tiers? Leave your thoughts on the comments. Yeah.
So let's scroll up a couple inches. So, a report earlier this year stated that Xbox Cloud Gaming will receive an ad-based tier in 2026.
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
We're getting ads in our games now.
This is not the first time.
Yeah.
Ubisoft did this a while back, and they got heavy backlash.
Was that like in the sports games they were doing that?
Ghost Recon. It wasn't one of the last Ghost Recon games where you see commercials for other games that Ubisoft was projecting in the pause screen. But right now, it's like, hey, you could probably play an hour of your game or probably like be in the middle of something, but you can go buy this tier list. I find that genuinely irritating
Yeah.
to a point of why do we want to keep investing in the Xbox if we can barely afford the Game Pass or if there's any use of it?
Yeah, because with Game Pass, it's pretty much hey, if you don't want to go out and buy $50 to $60, $70 games, then hey, just subscribe to the service and you can play as many games as you want. Sounds all nice and dandy.
But
However, if you really sit down and you do the numbers, you're paying what, $20, $30 a month for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate just to play maybe one or two games on it. Let's just say it's a single player game. That game is about $70 and you're not going to play it every day. And now you're going to be playing that same game for months down the road when you could have just bought the game and not have to worry about being charged every month just to play the game. At least you own the game and you start and stop at any given time. But this is the way of gaming, especially in modern era where they want to make gaming more subscription based to where you don't own the game. You know, you won't own nothing and you'll be happy. You don't have to own, you don't have to go out and drop $60 or $70 on this game. Play this game for $20, but again, are you going to play this game every day? Are you going to beat it within a set period of time, especially if it's a single player game?
true.
Now, if it's a multiplayer game, let's just say it's Call of Duty, okay, you're going to play Call of Duty every day. And eventually, as the months go on, you could have just damn near bought the game within 4 months' time or 3 months' time. If you're gonna drop $30 a month just for the subscription service, just do the numbers.
Yeah,
But people don't want to do that because I hate to say this, some people are just lazy and they tend to forget that.
yeah, if I may add something, they'll probably play like 1 to 2 games a month. But even though I have expensive hobbies, I will say this out loud and say with my chest out. I can't justify spending $360 a year just to play a couple games that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Or like if Xbox doesn't have any exclusive releases, nothing that stands out. And I'm just playing the same games that everybody can play on PC without a subscription for one time or discounted prices. I just feel like I'm getting robbed at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to fall for it back then just because I was naive and didn't know about PC gaming and got this laptop. But I just find it batshit crazy.
Yeah.
People will still find a way to justify Ultimate Game Pass and these lower tier ones giving advertisements for higher tier Game Passes. That way you can afford it, or just tell you, "Ha, this is what you get."
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion could be wrong, or it's a debate, but I just find it as like a horrible idea.
I'm very much on the fact that I don't like the idea of offering a lower tier because you get like maybe 10 or 5% people who are okay with it, right? They're
Yeah.
gonna lie to themselves and say, "Oh yeah, I like having this ad break because it tells me to get up and go drink a cup of water or go use the bathroom." My second issue with it is that it brings in this idea that now they have this lower tier, so then people are gonna want the higher tier, and then if they raise the price on that, then it just forces people to be like, well, I might as well get this tier because there's a lower tier that was this price, but I don't want ads anymore, and they go up. It's like a slippery slope of financial decision making there, and I've seen these tricks all day. Like, don't fall for it, chat.
Well said.
Yeah, and like again, Butters is very spot on because you see the deception right there. Like they want to entice you with the lower tier so that way you get into their subscription service. But then when you look at the higher tier service and it offers so much more, you're just like, I might as well just get the higher tier, and that's how they get you. Butters is you're correct on that.
Yeah, bro, I don't want that shit. Get the shit out of here.
Man, guys, I'd be so pissed off, and I'm like on a hot streak in a multiplayer game, and like nobody can stop me, but a commercial break kicks in. You know how pissed off I would be if that would actually happen? Or like a bubble where your heads up display, your health bar, your ammo is. I would crash out.
No, they'd be like, yo, hey,
It's like you broke. Here's a new tier pass for an extra $20, and I just die.
you're playing Guilty Gear Strive on the Xbox Game Pass.
I forgot that's a thing.
And you're about to get the kill, but they get you an ad right over your meter bar, and you don't know if you have enough meter for a super, and then you fucking lose.
I feel like someone's gonna correct us later, but I feel like that's a possibility.
Nah, bro, get that shit out of here.
Oh my god, that's so ass. I'm sorry.
No, never. I don't want to.
I finished my coffee, so I'm more awake. Be ready.
We are alive, chat. Alive for the next topic.
Yeah, and the next one is PlayStation's dynamic pricing offers widely different discounts for some games.
Oh, wait. Dynamic pricing is the word?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You
I think it's regional based.
read that one off.
Got you.
Go ahead and cook.
So, PlayStation's dynamic pricing offers widely different discounts for some games. More examples of Sony's PlayStation's dynamic pricing have come to the fore, with evidence showing that it's real. And in some cases, you might have to pay almost double what other people will pay for the same game on the PS Store.
Why are you reading like you're reading smut, bro? Like
Coffee is in my system.
like you talking so low.
I hate you so much. We need to go all the way back to November 2025 when the discussion about PlayStation's rumored dynamic game pricing surfaced. It had actually been going on a little while before this, and it doesn't look like the strategy is being changed anytime soon. PlayStation Store dynamic pricing is real.
Mm-hmm.
Insider Gaming has seen firsthand examples of PlayStation-inclusive titles being offered at wildly different prices compared to different customers. The determination factors behind the discount seem to be predicted on your account, potentially how old it is, how recently you've logged in, and more. Look at example below. You can see the official Stellar Blade discount and what Insider Gaming writer was actually offered. The writer was offered a 70% discount compared to the 43% offer many of you are presented with. Here's example 1. Oh.
That's crazy that they literally track how much are you willing to spend on this.
Or how long have you been a PlayStation player?
That's so weird to me.
It does only seem to be happening with first-party PlayStation titles for the time being, though. However, if one person is getting the chance to buy the game for $39.89, whereas someone else can snap it up for $20.99, then there's definite room for complaint. What do you think?
Oh, I'm definitely bitching.
Oh yeah, I'm complaining. Too.
That's a scam.
I am 100% bitching.
Oh, I'm a crash out.
You mean to tell me someone is gonna get this dope ass game for a much cheaper price, but me, I gotta pay $20 to $30 extra? Fuck out of here with that.
Oh man, I can imagine TOs getting different prices for fighting games.
Bro.
Wait, just put the camera to you for a sec, just to watch the despair.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. That would be fucked up.
Okay, now you can put the camera back to it.
I gotta process that shit, bro.
Because I hate
How big of a TO are you? Oh, you're a really big TO? Yeah, $40 for your fucking shit.
because of all the consoles you have to buy independently these games, you're gonna get so many ass discounts. The coffee's kicked in, so this is why I'm talking rapidly, and also my congestion's mostly cleared, so my voice is back.
Especially with this year when it comes to the fighting games coming out this year, bro.
Oh man, the wallet's not ready.
Bro, I would crash the fuck out because I'm like, bro, why am I paying?
So
Like, bro, I'm managing 10 accounts, including my own, when it comes to the fighting games.
and my account too, because I'm paying for it.
Well, yours is not at Flint.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
9.
I have to manage 10 accounts, including my own. If I get 10 different prices, I'm gonna raise some fucking hell.
You have to at that point.
I'm gonna raise some fucking hell. You mean to tell me the deluxe version of Marvel Tokon, it's $80 for this account, but on my account I gotta pay $90? Oh, I'm bitching.
Yes.
I'm 100% bitching. I'm crashing the fuck out. And then on this other account, it's $50.
I ain't gonna lie. That's about to be a Twitter, YouTube, TikTok video,
Bro.
and we're trying to get that shit to the moon.
That's gonna be a discussion of a lifetime.
It is.
So like, to answer it, it's like, if you're an organizer or you're a content creator and gamer and you see a new one you want to download for content, would you be pissed off if your homie gets one much cheaper?
I would.
Is that even a question? Like, who?
Nah.
Let me find somebody who says that's okay for them.
I'm
Find me
proud.
somebody who's okay with that in the first
Happy
place.
for you. Where's my discount?
Oh, that's so great. Support the cause, pay more money. What the fuck?
Like, I've been a PlayStation gamer for 20 years. I should be having a good discount. And then a guy's like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, 20 followers. Gets it for like dirt cheap.
No, I'd be upset. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm a
so
PlayStation fanboy, but like after this shit, they kind of be playing a little too much. They think
we
they
have
got
to
the
see this.
monopoly now.
Now,
We have to see this, Drew.
again, this is only with their first party games,
Oh, okay.
not everything else. It's with their first party games because PlayStation's trying to make some bank because they've had some successes here and there, but they've also had some huge financial failures. Concord's one of them. 400 million down the fucking drain.
Could have given me $1 million. I would have done something with it.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have done nothing with it, but still give it to me.
So they're hurting for cash and doing this dynamic pricing.
This is going to cause some controversy.
It definitely is because now you're not making it fair for everybody. You're making it 100% unfair it's going to be unfair for somebody because they're going to go onto the PlayStation store and they're going to look, and if they have multiple accounts like myself, we're going to look at all the pricing and we're hoping that, okay, with the budget that we have, I expect to at least buy maybe 4 or 5 copies of the same game at this price, and it should not change. But if I see some changes, it's like I'm gonna raise some questions because that does not make any damn sense.
Like Silver, imagine like your account is off by one day and you lost a $5 discount on one specific game.
That's happened before.
You know what? Make it $10.
Well, not. I would. It has happened before in sense of there was a sale that I did not know about and I just missed the mark.
Oh yeah, like that's valid.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about is like your own independent account. You miss it. You missed a sale by like 5-10 minutes, or not even. You just miss it by your PlayStation being slow as heck, and you can't even get to the discount on time. And it's just a whole different price now. This is it's almost like a market price, but like completely reversed.
Yeah, I would definitely be upset with that. 100%.
Yeah, like
That's completely unfair.
you're getting discounted, but even worse.
I'm gonna just drop kick this.
I don't agree with the dynamic pricing. I don't know why PlayStation is going this route.
I'm trying to understand that too. Like I'm trying to translate like a good way to say it, but
Stop trying to steal my money belligerently. Like, at least be slick with it.
why do you
Y'all
think-
not being
why do you
slick.
think most of us are on Steam at this point?
Yeah.
Even though with the article they did say that this is something to be rumored, and of course now that rumor has been confirmed
It's real.
because people, because here's an example where Stellar Blade at $39.89 and then another account at $20.99. Yeah, that's some bullshit right there. That is some bullshit because I could definitely, because I would love to recommend people be like, yo, pick up this game. It's on sale right now for this much. And then they log in and they see like, well, on my account, it's that much. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, little Timmy got a game for $17 while you had to pay like nearly half the price of it.
Yeah, or full retail price
Pain.
for a game that's been out since what, 2024?
Yeah. Sounds right.
I'm about to go back to physical media for this one.
Yeah.
Gonna go to like the Facebook marketplace and jip people's disc.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
See if they have any Concord disc for sale.
Yeah, no, back to physical media chat.
All
They're
right.
going to be playing around with your digital currency. Might as well go buy the cardboard disc
So,
and
yeah.
call it a
Are
day.
you ready for the next topic, chat?
I think
You're-
that's about
We
it.
got. We think we got one more if that Butters sent us.
Oh yeah, so I'll pull it up.
So I love this guy that Butters always refers to
No, this guy always be cooking.
because like
bro.
this is very like heartfelt.
And he doesn't even speak English. It's all Japanese. We're
Yeah, as you
translating
see.
it right now. This
For what?
guy's goaded.
For once, we can thank Rock for translations. But you ready?
Yes. All right.
You got this one, Butters?
Don't you mean hi?
Daijoubu desu. Konnichiwa. So, I think it's our same guy, Kuro again, from the previous topic we talked about, where it was talking about the beauty of the culture of fighting games. Now, this is a little story about the gamers who've lost their quote-unquote home. So, there's a cruel truth about belonging, quote-unquote, that I, as a veteran, absolutely have to pass on to you. So, the narrative is, school or work ends, you walk your usual path and open the door to your usual game center. I imagine for a lot of us here in America, probably Blockbuster or something like that. We like to go there.
Hollywood video.
Hollywood video. Yeah. So you're still clinging on to that sweet illusion that as long as I keep stacking 100 yen coins tomorrow, this daily life will last forever. And then one day, you suddenly spot that white notice stuck on the shop's shutter. Closing notice. 100 yen would be $1 equivalent over in Japan. You'll have the one and only sanctuary where you could just be your plain old self, quote unquote, stripped away root and stem, not tied to family or workplace. You'll end up as a wandering ghost with nowhere to go, drifting through the real world for eternity. The home game center as an invincible territory and the true nature of the third place. Let me explain to you what a third place is real quick. So first place is like your home. The second place is like work. I think it's the other way around. Don't quote me on that one. But the third place is a place where you kind of go out somewhere and you're not attached to anything. It's pretty much your domain to interact with other people within that domain. I think a good example is like Starbucks or Barnes and Noble, where like, say you're, for example, I'm into manga. I could go to Barnes and Noble, hang out in the manga section, and then somebody's gonna be there, and we could yap about the manga they're picking out. Like, it's a space where we can interact. So in this case, we're talking about that idea, the third place. Back to the tweet. First off, the big premise. Game centers in the past weren't just facilities for playing games. No one really clocked it back then, though. It was a third place, completely cut off from the entanglements of home. First place, okay, there you go. And the pressures and hierarchies of school or work, second place. There, it didn't matter if you were some bumbling salesman by day, flunking tests with red marks, a shut-in, or skipping school. The only thing that counted was nailing those anti-air moves, landing killer counters, or crushing hidden plays and rhythm games with insane precision. Keep in mind, this is not just a fighting game like analogy. Here it's rhythm games and other ideas, as you were saying, Waluigi. For that alone, you'd earn silent respect, gallery nods, people watching from behind, nodding. That was cool. From total strangers in that holy domain. That spot where social status gets totally reset. It's a life support machine keeping modern folks sane. Even Gundam pros turned back into monkeys there.
Oh yeah, I was remembering those Gundam arcade machines.
Yeah, they were popping back then. Moving forward, the white paper on the shutter, forced eviction of the soul. Sanctuaries aren't eternal, though. Lately, skyrocketing electricity bills, soaring cabinet prices, and the rise of online matches, running a game center is always like walking on thin ice. Showa era, 100 yen. Heisei, 100 yen. Reiwa, 100 yen. Same coin. So different years for the Japanese. But its value shifts. Cabinets only see one coin as one credit ticket, nothing more. One day, you head over as usual, and there's a single sheet of white copy paper taped to the entrance saying, "Thank you for your long patronage as of month and day, quote, ... No consumption tax back in Showa." So that was like a different era. Tax in 100 yen means 91 yen base when they added tax in Reiwa's era. Reiwa's 91 yen won't even buy a convenience store onigiri anymore. From that closing notice moment, the regulars start gathering with faces like they're attending a family funeral because they lost something. And on the final day, the usual closing music and announcement play. Then crack, the power cuts to every cabinet, and that's when you lose not just the physical space, but feel the suffocation of gill-breathing game center soul starved of oxygen. A gut-wrenching void. We're almost at the end, chat. Keep along with me.
Lock in.
Yeah. Just play online, duh. As somebody who would say, like, to this article, like, why should we care, basically? The clueless and utter despair for words, as he would say to you. To you, stripped of your home, outsiders who don't even game will blurt out innocently. You could do net battles from home now, right? What's the big deal? They get zilch. They don't grasp that no ranked match screen can deliver the murderous vibe through the cabinet. The loser tongue clicking back as they trudge to the change machine, all melancholic. Or that one play while single-handedly smoke chips away at your lifespan. They weren't playing game data. We were reveling in the glitches of the human connection drawn to the game center space. Gamers who lose that physical third space, they start choking on the too comfy online ocean instead. We're on to the last part. The fate of ghosting that befalls modern folks without belonging. What happens after you lose that heart filter called the home game center? You reluctantly trek to some big chain store, but no one there knows your playstyle. You devolve into some random customer A, slammed by fierce alienation. With no spot to neutralize real-world stress, you take raw hits from work or home's absurd pressures nonstop until your mental stun gauge maxes out. Kind of like burning yourself out for the non-gamers out there. Mm-hmm. Even strolling the streets, every time you see a former game center spot turn into some hip drugstore or konbeni, kind of like a little market, you turn into a ghost phantom hunting invisible cabinets. That cranky old timer, he's a dark-sided monster, a specter chasing us past. Third places like the home game center are miracle spaces, prepped for you to live as your true self, and sandcastles doomed to crumble someday. If you still got your home, savor its worth one more time. Used to be a Panchico parlor lot. This is in reference to the picture, if you scroll down a little bit, to what he's talking about in his story. This used to be a Panchico parlor spot. Now it's an old folks' home. The old regulars who haunted the Panchico joint all started losing it at once. So with the business getting tougher lately, the same company switched to running a nursing home, the family says. Grandpa and them ended up in the same space after all, and that might be its own kind of happy. So, what I'm bringing up here is pretty much you have your third place that you're going to be into as your hobby. I know some people like to read books, so you got your Barnes & Noble or your Starbucks, right, that you like to go to.
Yeah.
For TCG players who are into Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, you have your card shops. That's your third place. For fighting game players, we have the FGC locals, or if we're lucky enough, which we are here, we have arcade stores here, like Flynn's. Like, we can play arcade games and still have that culture there. Granted, it's not as competitive, but it's great to see like young people still try to have that same experience we had in our 90s and 80s.
Yeah.
I had it when I was like 6 or 7, so it's very like small in my memory banks. But I know a lot of us who are a lot older were raised on those arcade cabinets, man. So this story is pretty much just like letting you know that these arcade spaces, they're third place, and a lot of people value it. And you should value your third place. In this case, you should value your locals, right? But I think the bigger idea is to value your third place.
Your like safe space, that part of yourself that isn't restricted. It's one of the great feelings. Like, as a TCG player, I go to a bunch of locals. I have good friends I'm with. Nothing to talk about work life. It's just in a game. And then Flynn's was my first fighting game local. Mm-hmm. Since playing MK11 with you whooping my ass, but that's not important. But it was a space I felt like, wow, I'm different, and I'm with the same group of people with the same mentality. Like, there's a lot to pack in psychologically with those friends, because in all actuality, gaming actually made me friends in my 20s. I didn't really have much friends after high school and college, and that was that space that opened up a whole different personality I didn't know I had within me. Mm-hmm. That's what I got to pitch in, at least. So that feeling of a home, enjoy it while you can, because you never know what happens.
No, yeah, I completely agree.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord. The TO perspective.
Uh-oh.
The TO.
Uh-oh.
I got much to say because I am from, I'm the oldest one here. I'm closer to my 40s than my 30s or whatnot. So I can definitely say that I grew up around arcade cabinets when I was very young, and every after school, like, again, my second place was school, first place home, second place school, third place I'm at the laundromat, and there's arcade cabinets there, and I'm playing against people, and just constantly playing against people, win or lose, I'm just there to have fun. Mm-hmm. And that's where you develop your personality. That's where you develop the kind of character that you are and whatnot. And you also see everyone else also going through the same thing as well when it comes to fighting games and playing these games at these on these arcade cabinets. And you fast forward to where I'm at now, where when I first started TOing, I didn't know nothing about being a tournament organizer.
That is true.
Didn't know shit.
Literally, I knew nothing about being a TO. I did not know how to run tournaments, but I was a great spectator of the actual competition, of the actual sport, because I watched like early Evo during the Street Fighter 4 days. When I saw Street Fighter 4 come out, there was this huge boom. I'm at GameStop, midnight release. You got people bringing their arcade sticks because there's a table right there where people are going to sit and, just play Street Fighter, at GameStop or whatnot. You have some setups inside as well. Like, people are just there to just game and just have fun. And when I started learning about Evo and all these other competitions, and I was like, I want to watch this. I want to watch these people play. Marvel 3, I want to watch people play. Then, Mortal Kombat, then MKX, then Tekken 6, Tekken 7, and just watching it all. And I'm like, man, I always wanted to be a part of that. I've always wanted to get into those spaces. And I finally did at the age of somewhat 30. I think in my early 30s, I finally did. Mm-hmm. Okay. And
what game was that for?
That was on Mortal Kombat 11.
Ooh.
And that was at Flynn's.
I was 25 at the time, I'd say.
Yeah.
You were young.
I was probably 22, 23. Yeah.
Well, you want to fix that camera?
No.
Because it's like I am like so far off. So have it like have me centered. Remember, not that.
Make him look cute, bro.
Yeah, just to turn it. Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
So Flynn's was my first time going to. No, Flynn's wasn't my first time I went to a local. It was Versus.
Everyone versus.
Yeah,
Versus. I was so happy I got to be there when Mortal Kombat 11 came out because I know it shut down after COVID, so I had at least a year being there.
Yeah. So I
never went there.
Yeah. So I got.
I got you.
I
I'll send
got
screenshots.
I got to experience.
No, it's gonna make
that,
it worse.
But I didn't go there as often because of my line of work at the time, and whenever they had something going on, I was at work, and it was at nighttime. So I was like, I couldn't go into it. And then I slowly learned about 10th level when they were running like Street Fighter V tournaments there, and that's how I would say that's how I found out about Ryan, Convicted of Fun.
I know that guy.
Yeah, when he was running Street Fighter V tournaments at 10th level, that's how I found out about Ryan, aka Convicted of Fun. But it was through a Facebook group called the South Florida Fighting Game Community. And I would always see posts on the timeline of just this local or whatnot. I'm like, man, I wish I could just be there. I want to experience that. But damn it, I'm working armed security at night, and I just had to suck it up. So years later, I finally did. You know, I'm in my 30s now, but you know, I finally got to experience that. So, and then just coming in and being a part of the community and learning how to start a local or whatnot, and so much of it, like it's been one hell of a journey. But
It has.
so I would definitely say like, yeah, going to locals, like especially coming to Flint, like that. Flint is pretty much my third home.
Yeah.
It's pretty much my third home, and every Friday I'm always looking forward to seeing everybody, pulling up or whatnot. Even all the regulars, and even before then, even before Fight Night Fridays, when we was doing Smash every Saturday and whatnot, I always look forward to Saturdays because I know there was gonna be some bullshit.
There's always bullshit.
But it was enjoyable. Because
I know.
It was enjoyable because Smash during the COVID era, I'm not gonna lie,
That was peak.
it was peak. It was so
And this is coming from a non-Smash player.
It was so much fun during that era because there were so many moments that took place at Flynn's that I will never forget to this day. And I enjoyed every moment of it, just running Smash at Flynn's when we was doing it outside, and then finally we were inside and pretty much just taking the ball and just running with it and just going, and good times. And then of course seeing all the other locals that came around about it, and now they're no longer there, and it sucks. It definitely sucks when a local disappears.
Yeah.
And or it's no longer not able to continue anymore. And I've seen, and throughout this journey of me running tournaments, I've seen locals come and go. I've seen it come and go, and I'm very fortunate enough that Flint is still here years later in 2026, and it's not easy. That's one thing I am going to stress to y'all, especially for those wanting to experience a local. Like, it is not easy to keep a local going for a longer period of time, and it definitely needs the community support. Like, you definitely need a lot of people, coming out consistently, and they're just enjoying themselves, having a good time, because that's what's going to keep it alive. And with what Butters was reading, with the guy with his post or whatnot, like, yeah, like, cost comes. Like, everyone, like, everyone's feeling it, especially in 2026. Like, you're gonna, and I hate to say this, like, you're gonna see more locals going away. You're gonna see more because of how the economy is and how times are getting tough. And I understand people are hard on cash, so the only way to fix this is to come out, go to your locals to help keep them alive, help them keep going on for another year, because you never know. bring more people to the local, bring more more eyes, more attention, more bodies to the local and whatnot. So that way it keeps going for a much longer period of time because I don't like seeing locals disappearing. I don't. Even though I mean I go to it, I don't want to see that disappearing because that could be someone's favorite local and they may not have the means to travel to another local, but that's their favorite local because that's something that they can go to on a regular basis. Like they're a regular, they're gonna all keep showing up because hey, I like this local. I may not be able to travel to the other ones as often, but I like going to this one. So it's very important to go, continue to support your locals. Go out. Yes, of course. There's gonna be online.
Yeah.
But not all rollback is created equally.
True.
Yeah.
So, if you're not in any online tournament on a Friday night, you might as well just pull up to a local and just come hang out with the fellas. Come hang out with the boys. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't want to play,
You can hang out.
you can definitely hang out. Get a few games in. Watch someone get folded in bracket or whatnot. I mean, just come out and
You're being real.
Yeah, just come out and have a good time and enjoy yourself. And that's something I'm always going to continue to keep preaching this year is just come out and just have fun and enjoy the environment. Because some people think that it's all about winning or losing. Like, no, I'm not. Who goes to a local and expects to win it all? Not everybody.
True.
Some people hope that they do better, but overall, they want to have a very good time playing the game, and then of course, having some moments and just enjoying themselves.
Oh, it's
overall.
genuine when I start making people crash out.
Make them crash out.
Yep.
Get clipped on Twitter. Yeah,
Like
I like
4 to
that
5
one.
times. I'll do it again.
I don't care if I get clipped or somebody else gets clipped. It's a canon event. I love it when it happens.
It's character development. Like these are memories that, if it's streamed, you can save it, you can share it. It's digital. Be like, hey, remember when Uncle got sacked by this GPU player?
Be like, yo, did you see that new guy just mollywop this legend? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
about
like
that.
memories can be preserved through pictures. Like I love in the article it showed like people taking pictures of their old locals, like what's obviously in front of us. And then you're seeing people in the comments show like this is what it used to be, this is what it now is, and it's kind of depressing. But you can change that. As we always say, support your locals. I thought I saw a couple more, but I'm just delusional. I just saw the old one.
My guy's the Lulu chat.
I just saw that old picture of like the walls, and I'm like, that was so heartbreaking.
Like and subscribe so he could buy more coffees with the money you donate to us, please. He needs another one. He's getting the Lulu.
Yeah, like this used to be someone's local.
Yeah, like there was I saw that picture specifically, and that broke my heart. That picture alone just showed like, yeah, this used to be my like safe space. Now it's gone.
Yeah.
That makes you just want to say, damn.
And with online, like online doesn't give you that same feeling because it's just you by yourself. You don't have your homies and your friends and other people that you may not know. They're not watching your game. They're not spectating and watching your match or whatnot. And you pull off some of the craziest shit online in bracket. They're not there
Like
seeing that. Yeah, you might pull. Yeah, you can play. Go ahead, go play online. But when you pull off some crazy shit, guess who's gonna watch it? Nobody.
let's also be real. Like,
And even if you're streaming it and you got people watching,
I'm about to say,
again, it doesn't have that same feeling. Like having 10 people watch your match
and scream.
is better than 100 people watching your match while you're streaming it online in your home alone. Like having that crowd behind you, it feels different. It hits different. It's a different feeling that you have to physically be there to experience that. You're not gonna get that in these online tournaments. Sure, you can stream it on Twitch or YouTube or whatnot, and you may grow a following. Cool.
But
You
remember,
may get clips on the internet. Cool. But it's never gonna defeat the feeling of having a crowd actually behind you and you hear them like popping the fuck off to the point it's deafening. And that feeling that you get in here, it's such a huge rush.
2 things I gotta say.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
One, I can't forget the time I beat four-phase buttons for the first time. I hear Sotu screaming at the top of his lungs. When I dropped the combo and then came back from it, too many people were hyped. It was the funniest thing. But second, you might have Discord where you can stream to your friends, but in the end, you're still by yourself in your room in your second home. Or your first one, like your safe spot. That you obviously be with your friends, your family, your roommates, your partners, and everybody else. You're not with the homies.
Yeah.
You're still by yourself, and that's the part that is soul draining to some people that seek friendship or companionship that's outside of their normal standards.
It's about that third place.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's about that third place.
it definitely is. And you know, for better or for worse, whether you know I have a strong turnout or even a small decent turnout, I want everyone to have like a good time. And as I'm, you know, watching everyone's matches or whatnot, since I'm handling production of, you know, the tournament streams or whatnot, I want to see good moments, and I enjoy watching it all.
Me too.
Because I've seen well over 200 something matches, and man, I can tell you stories of what this player did and that player did, or if there was like a really highlighted moment that stand out or whatnot. Like,
Oh my God, Silver. I'm still laughing over Butters. Butters should have lost the game, but someone whiffed and he just punished. Goes for a rage art. You see Nightbreed's face in sheer disappointment and me screaming on the mic.
No, yeah.
like I'm like-
I can't believe that, bro.
Like you see color going out of this man's soul, just realizing that he saw a robbery
The guy-
after so long.
that guy, he's all slapping his arcade stick.
He's like-
and I'm just like, damn, bro, you should have killed me. And like, that was all you, bro.
Like you cannot.
now you let this happen to you. Like, you should have just punished me.
And it's on stream with witnesses and
Oh,
on
it's stream.
and on internet.
No, yeah. I was like, dude,
like
you had one job.
Like I can tell you a moment where there was even a moment where I literally thought, and this was one of Waluigi's matches. I literally thought because you end up getting second in Strive and you were close to bracket reset against Z Guy.
Yeah,
You were close,
I was so pissed.
and I was just like, this. I was like, oh my God, am I about to see an upset? Am I about to see an upset? But you know, Z Guy, you know, came in at the end.
Back
and I
with
was
his
like,
bullshit.
Like, yo, Waluigi was close, and that would have been his first Flynn's win.
I've only been second twice. And that's a lot to say at a Flynn's local that you've been second, because we're one of the few locals that take Strive seriously, and it's the funniest thing.
Right, like
There are gonna be 6 people, but they're all threats.
right, because it's always that there's a feeling that people get where it's just like, I need to get a Flynn's win here. I need to get at least one.
Oh my God, I remember last year when I got second on Valentine's Day because I got stood up twice, and I ended up going to Flynn's instead. That shit was too funny. That's why I put on like I got stood up, so I stood on business.
I stood up.
And then I text my mom like, Mom, I got $8.
I got $8.
You
Mom.
have no idea how excited I was for $8.
I remember Butter Punch almost was, you know, close. Butter Punch being in second. I'm just like, man. And this was in Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
I remember almost beating Scrot with his Chun-Li, and then he switched.
And I think you were fighting. I think it was Red Queen you were fighting.
Oh, dude, yeah, Red Queen and Scrot.
They're both.
This was easily like had to be like year 1 and year 2 of Street Fighter, where like I
Yeah.
dedicated my time to doing that specifically.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that game was fucking stressful.
Oh, I
and
bet.
everybody was playing it, dude. Street Fighter 6 launch, everybody was playing that game.
Yeah.
Division occurred.
Fuck Zangief though.
Agreed. Oh, I'm grappler phobic. I could tell you that. I
Oh,
support that
yeah.
cause.
No, yeah, I love that game. That game was a lot of fun.
They need to get back out of fighting games.
I think my favorite one's always like when I played MK1 when we had it for like 3 months.
Oh yeah.
That motherfucker.
Oh,
I don't remember his name, but that
That
dude,
crypto guy.
he was. I'm gonna be that guy. He thought he was hot shit, bro.
Oh, we
he thought he
interv-
was hot shit, beating me in that fucking game, and I was like, bro, like you're just doing some random shit. Beats me in the tournament, right? And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna fucking lock in, bro. I was pissed. I went to Herbs, and Herbs was with us at the time, right? Still, and he was like, hey, Butters, you good? I'm like, no, I'm not good, bro. That motherfucker's ass. I'm gonna kick his ass, bro. He beats me. Pulls up to the local the next week. He's like, yeah, you want to play some casuals? I'm like, yeah, sure, bro. Like, I'm just getting the info. I know I'm getting the info right now. I do that shit, right? He gets second that second time. I'm like, all right, cool. It's a lot closer. The third and fourth week after, I beat him. Grand final reset. And I was like, GG's, bro. Didn't shake my hand. And I was like,
Walks away.
yeah, sucker. Yeah, sucker. Comes in the next week, I mollywop him. And he's not even in second anymore. My boy Penguin gets second. It's me and him in grand finals. That motherfucker was so pissed. He wasn't around when the game was done. He wasn't around. And then I see that motherfucker again.
You know,
I was like, yeah, fuck you, bro.
The funniest.
Run the set. I got that.
Wait, pause for a second, Butters. You know what's the funniest thing?
Yeah, what's up?
He was one of our earlier guests of our podcast, like almost like 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's even funnier. Does the lore drop?
No, I love that guy. Great guy, but like I knew I could beat his ass, bro. Then
Yeah, you
that
played Johnny
motherfucker's
Cage.
ass.
Watching you play is the funniest thing because you smoked me too, and I can't even get mad.
Bro, no, I was like, dude, he's just doing this thing, and he doesn't even know that it's a bad thing, and I'm bad for not stopping it. I was mad at myself half of the time. I was like, bro, that's not even the overhead. He just got a fucking block, and I got hit.
Butter Punch had the biggest smirk on his face.
Oh my god,
when he won.
We all lost it.
When he finally won his first MK1 tournament at Flint's, the biggest smirk on Butter Punch's face, bro. I will never forget that.
That's how it looked. I was like,
No, I still can't forget you sacking somebody from you sacked a Ken player by doing the level 3 on critical art while he did a fireball
oh
at DK.
yeah,
That was funny. I think it was Hoidicus.
Hoidicus.
Like that was my first time
I
learning
remember
Street
him,
Fighter.
bro. Hoidicus is my boy. Love that guy.
But
man, that motherfucker pissed me off, bro. He played Honda and Ken. And I think I would have a harder time fighting his fucking Honda. Because he just fucking goes, headbutts you, and then you just got to fucking deal with it.
Headbutt is carried.
No,
That's a DP, but that's a projectile.
shit. And you know what's funny? I couldn't DP it back in the day. I didn't know how to DP. And everybody would clown me for that. So all I knew how to do was the parry. And that's all I got. I was so ass, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, chat. Like, I was so fucking ass at that game.
I was worse because
But now I'm like, all right.
it's like I was worse because I learned how to DP, but I couldn't beat people back then.
Bro, no, you was the opposite. Like, you knew the good shit you needed to know how to, like, fight. And I was like, I know how to beat this guy if he doesn't do these few things, please.
And now I'm just like, I could do something.
No, yeah, I could go on with these stories of all these beautiful
Yeah,
third
like
places,
these are
man.
third home stories that you can't replicate online.
Yeah.
Sure, you can get a clip and that's cute and all with a few thousand likes, but you can't just say, "Hey, I was with some friends and some good people."
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
I could
bad people,
talk about
depending on your
Strat, Red Queen, Hoidicus, and like, like that's the great thing about these third places. Like, it's not just you; it's like a bunch of other people, and you share these stories with all these people, and I think that's so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
That's why it's so important to always go out to your locals whenever they have them. Show up, pull up, bring people, tell people about it, like talk about it. Like the more people coming out to the locals, the better. And the more the better, and then of course the longer the local can last.
Yeah, I don't care if I'm
Because-
staying past till midnight.
Yeah, because if there's a lot of people, showing up and pulling up or whatnot, that venue alone is getting more business, and and if they're getting more business, then it's good business.
Yeah.
And good business keeps the lights on, it helps pays the bills, and keeps them going for a much longer period of time. Because, yeah, you do have some people that feel like, oh, I'm not gonna go to locals, it's just pointless or whatnot. Okay, we kind of know what kind of guy you are.
We see
And-
where you stand.
Yeah, we see where you stand, and that's why you have no friends. And that's why no one gives a shit about you. And because, I'm sorry, like, no one cares about your online rank. I don't care if you're Tekken God. I don't care if you're Street Fighter Legend Master. No one cares. Pull up to a local.
Win a local.
Win a local.
Pull up to a local.
But you know,
And prove it.
you know what's my genuine like third home moment that isn't involving me? You specifically, like one of the Fighter Fests where we all signed a jersey of Flynn's and gave it to you. that showed how much love we all have for you and Flynn's and everybody else.
Okay.
That was the first time I saw him had emotion, and I knew this guy for like 3 years.
Oh yeah.
That
So
was-
so for the people who don't know, it was Fighter Fest 3, if I remember correctly.
5.
5. And we were at a specific venue in Fort Lauderdale. We were running. Guilty Gear was the last tournament of that day.
Oh, we were trying to get the hell out.
Oh yeah, because like I think we went over the specified time we had rented the place, so we were already in hot water. But we got to finish the bracket, you know.
That's true.
So we're doing that thing. I think it was either before the bracket or after the bracket. And Soto, one of the players, he's like, "Hey yo, sign this jersey." I'm like, "Yeah, it was good." He's like, "Yo, we're gonna give this to Silver," and I was like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah." And I'm fucking signing shit, and I'm like looking at the jersey, and there's like 40, 50 other signatures, man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, dude, this is gonna be a great fucking moment." Fast forward, I can't remember the detail if it was before or after the end of the bracket.
This was
probably
before.
It was before. I will say. I think it was
Like you were ready to,
midway.
like
midway.
you were ready to like announce something, but Soto stopped you.
Oh,
It was-
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was sheer interruption.
Yeah, what did he do after that?
What was it?
What Soto did?
So like he showed the announcement, everybody grouped up, then we brought you to Jersey, and that's where like you showed so much emotion, you cried and everything else. Like it was like one of the most human moments I've seen.
Because honestly, I was not expecting that, because he was like, "Yo, he wants he was like bugging me to make an announcement or whatnot."
Yeah.
Or whatnot. I was like, "All right, fine."
Yeah, all right, fine. He's like, fuck out of here. Fuck
So I was
off.
like, "All right, fine. I'll give him the mic. You can make your announcement or whatnot." So, and again, I did not know nothing about this
Nobody did.
before this. I didn't know. So I was like, "All right, fine. Here's a mic." And you speaking to Mike, getting everyone's attention and whatnot, and then he was like, and then he had a shirt, he had the jersey with everyone's signatures and whatnot, and as you said, I got emotional, and still remembering it is like, yeah, because again, I was not expecting that at all, and to just receive something like that, and I still have it to this day.
Good.
And I made sure
Beautiful.
that it stays in mint condition. Because this is like, I'm not going to have this ruined. I don't want this ruined, because this is a memento from everyone in the FGC community in South Florida and whatnot. And it's one of my most prized things. Like, yeah, I understand, there's money or whatnot I could have gotten, which I did not care for at that time. Like, I didn't care about making money. To me, doing Fighter Fest 5, I wanted to do something so big for the community, because the community was like in a dark place. Versus has gone as a venue. There's really not much venues out there or whatnot. So I wanted to do something big. And that was my biggest endeavor I've ever done for the South Florida fighting game community or whatnot. And I think it was the only biggest thing that has ever happened in South Florida in general, because a lot of people who have been in the scene for a long time, it's like, yo, they've never experienced something like this before, and I was the first one to ever do something like this, and I was just like overwhelmed, and the amount of love and appreciation that I got from everyone that day, like I will never forget that. And it goes back to what we were talking about before, that going to your locals as your third place, like you're not going to have moments like that. And to me, that was my most memorable moment. I have so many moments just going to Flynn's and pulling up and just, seeing everybody, seeing all the matches, all the crazy moments and whatnot, and the turnouts, all those things. But man, I had some really good moments, and Fighter Fest 5 definitely was one of my best moments I've ever got to experience doing this, and I cherish it a lot. And now I'm just like, man, what do I got to do to make it happen again?
What,
Yeah.
Fighter Fest or just like bringing more people?
Both. Bring more
I know, I'm
people,
teasing.
Get another fighting fest.
Because-
We're on the next step. We're trying to get more people to come out.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's like, for me, it's like my work is never done.
it's
And it's like, even though, and I've said this before, like, because of how old I am or whatnot, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to step away and focus on more important, and just let someone else take the wheel. But it's just like I always come back and completely outdo myself. So it's just like I'm not competing against other TOs. I'm not competing against other places. I'm more so competing against myself when it comes to doing this.
Yeah.
Because the fact that I'm always finding a way to surpass my limits and completely just do things on my own. Like some people would see that, I've seen Silverback run 4 tournaments by himself, running 2 streams back and forth or whatnot. Like people have seen that and just keeps doing it. And even people, when I was doing Smash like every Saturday, I would say one person knew about my job that knows the type of work that I do, and he was just like, the fact that you do that from about 8 or 9 or even 10 hours a day and still have the energy to show up and pull up for the local and run it all the way to like maybe 12 or 1 in the morning is like, yeah, that's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to do it at my age is just like,
It is insane.
yeah, I'm always finding a way to constantly outdo myself, and I'm not trying to brag or anything. It's just the fact that whoever comes to replace me as a TO, I hope that you're able to surpass me, because that's what I would want.
Real.
But at the same time, it's just like you're gonna have to keep up, because the fact that I always try to surpass myself. Any given time that I'm able to run brackets or organize the tournaments, I'm gonna find a way to improve myself. I'm gonna find a way to do something better, something unique, something different. So whoever comes after me to just take the reins, whatnot, has to be truly remarkable.
Mm-hmm. And that time, if or when that comes, we'll be looking forward to it, because then it'll be another generation of fighting game players.
Yeah,
And people come out, and the third place will still continue.
exactly.
Real.
Because I want it to continue. Because
That's a very solid statement.
yeah, because it's very important to pull up and show up, because there are moments and things that happen that you're never going to experience while playing online.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to bring that to a lot of people, like show up to your locals, like pull up, like even cosplayers, like especially when we go to conventions, I'm like, yo, just pull up one day and you won't regret it. One day, that's all I ask. Even if you want to spectate, be like, you know what? Hey, the house is on me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, get yourself a water.
I got your venue fee. I got your spectator fee.
Get your Toyota and shit.
Just come and enjoy the vibes. I want you to come and enjoy the vibes, and then afterwards, you let me know how you feel. If there's something that I can improve, I'll work on it, because I want you to be a part of this. So, all right, I think we are about.
We wrapped, like, that was a good closing part. Like, Kurokuro does not miss.
Yeah.
Also, I'm still laughing because I didn't know PPG actually had tournaments back then for fighting games.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Pro
Florida.
Play Gaming?
Yeah,
Oh,
in Miami.
I don't know.
They're
Y'all,
like
y'all
the-
know bowl.
They're like the TCG Central, but hearing them play fighting is very unique in Arcade Odyssey.
Hell yeah.
For the situation, but that's not important.
Oh yeah. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. Appreciate y'all. We don't have a guest episode this coming Sunday, unfortunately.
It's a break for you guys.
It's a break. Yeah, it's definitely a break.
Mhm.
I got some content I need to be filming at Flynn's on Sundays. One for the Warhammer peeps, and I also got some, FGC, local stuff to, prepare, especially for the month of April, because I'll say it here.
Oh.
Under Night's coming back in April.
Sheesh.
He scared me. He said May, and I was like, wait. We get it in April, chat. Under Night is back.
Man, I can't wait to see Ichi cook.
So Under
I'm
Night's
a
coming
cookie
back.
keeper.
We got
Good.
Strive.
That's the spirit.
We got Strive 2.0 coming out.
Sheesh.
So there's going to be some changes to the schedule lineup, but I will say that for the month of April, you'll have Flynn's on the first Friday, the second Friday, and the third Friday.
Woohoo!
So 3 of Flynn's starting next month, and I am currently working on the next seasonal mix that will be in the month of May.
Sheesh. It's been a while since we had a seasonal mix. I forgot about this.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I play everything, so I'm going to play everything.
Sometimes. Just don't ruin the bracket again.
I'm gonna run it all.
I hate you.
So with that being said, for those that are watching and tuning in over on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button, get them likes up, and
Please.
subscribe if you're new.
Please subscribe so that way we can fund Waluigi's next cup of coffee.
That's true. Yeah, I
You
have.
can also become a member on YouTube as well if you also want to support the podcast.
Or-
Same thing on Twitch. If you want to be a subscriber on Twitch, that's another way of supporting the podcast as well.
Yeah, subscribe because I'm cute.
With that being said, hey, you guys have a good one. Have a good night. Continue gaming. Continue
Always.
playing some games.
Keep
Finish-
on your third home.
Finish that backlog. And then of
Fuck
course-
Xbox.
Find your third home. I think that's the last
Don't be
message I want to
homeless.
say. Don't be homeless.
I don't know what to tell you.
If you can't have a home, you have a job. If you can't have a job, you gotta at least have a third place. Oh, a third home.
Absolutely. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good night.
Have a great night. I'm about to get banned for that one. If you